Have you ever wondered if the world's most powerful entities possess weapons that the public has no idea about? Welcome to the intriguing and somewhat unnerving world of covert weaponry. These are the tools of the unseen warfare, the hidden arsenals that operate in the shadows, beyond the realm of common knowledge. Covert weapons, as the term suggests, are weapons that are not openly acknowledged or displayed. They are the silent warriors, the invisible troops, the unseen arsenal. They can be physical, designed to inflict tangible harm, or psychological, intended to manipulate minds and sow chaos. They exist because, in the world of power and control, knowledge is a weapon and secrecy is a shield. Why would such weapons exist, you might ask? Well, the reasons are as varied as the weapons themselves. Some are developed for defense, to protect a nation or a group. Others are designed for offense, to destabilize or destroy an adversary. And then there are those that are created for the sheer purpose of gaining an edge in an increasingly competitive world. In this countdown, we'll be unveiling the top 5 most fascinating and terrifying covert weapons that have been or are currently being used. These are the weapons that have shaped the course of history, altered the trajectory of nations, and impacted countless lives, all while remaining largely unknown to the general public. From mind-bending sound spectrums to directed energy beams, from insidious cyber weapons to horrifying chemical and biological agents, and finally, to the realm of psychological operations where the human mind itself becomes the battlefield, we'll be exploring the depths of this clandestine warfare. So, strap in, open your minds, and prepare to have your reality challenged. The world isn't always as it seems, and sometimes the biggest threats are the ones we don't see coming. Brace yourselves as we delve into the world of unseen warfare. Starting our countdown at number 5, we have the Silent Sound Spread Spectrum, or SSS. This is not your average weapon. It doesn't fire bullets, launch missiles, or explode on impact. Instead, it uses silent sound, to manipulate the human mind. Now, I know what you're thinking, sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi novel, right? But let me assure you, it's as real as the device you're using to watch this video. The technology behind SSS is both fascinating and chilling. It's designed to induce negative emotions and thoughts into its victims' minds. Imagine feeling inexplicably sad, anxious, or angry without any apparent reason. That's the power of SSS. But how does it work? The technology involves the use of subliminal commands that are below or near the limits of human auditory perception, hence the term silent sound. These commands can be transmitted through any audio or visual carrier, such as radio, television, or even the internet. They bypass the conscious mind and directly impact the subconscious, influencing thoughts and emotions in a way that's virtually undetectable. The implications of such a weapon are vast, to say the least. It could be used to control crowds, manipulate public opinion, or even coerce individuals into acting against their will. It's a weapon that doesn't leave any physical traces or visible scars, but its psychological impact can be profound. But here's the kicker. You wouldn't even know if you were a victim. There are no bullet wounds, no chemical burns, no telltale signs of an attack. Just an inexplicable change in your thoughts and feelings. And that's what makes the Silent Sound Spread Spectrum one of the most insidious weapons out there. Imagine a weapon that can manipulate your thoughts and emotions without you even knowing it. Welcome to the world of covert warfare, where the battlefield is not a physical landscape, but the human mind itself. Coming in at number 4, we have directed energy weapons, also known as DEWs. Now, these aren't your typical weapons. Instead of bullets and bombs, DEWs use highly concentrated energy to wreak havoc. Imagine a beam of energy, invisible to the naked eye, shooting out and causing damage from miles away. This energy can be anything from lasers to microwaves. What makes DWs particularly frightening is their ability to cause harm without any physical contact. They can burn, melt, or simply destroy their target from a distance. You could be miles away from the source and still bear the brunt of its power. There's no dodging, no shields, no cover. A DEW can reach out and touch you from the comfort of its remote location. In essence, directed energy weapons are like the snipers of the energy world, silent, invisible, and deadly. A weapon that can harm you from miles away without even touching you. At number 3, we venture into the digital realm with cyber weapons. Just as we're all familiar with the concept of warfare on the battlefield, there's an equally significant war being waged on a different front. The digital landscape. Cyber weapons are designed to disrupt, deny access to, or completely destroy an adversary's information systems. They may sound like something out of a sci-fi movie, but let me assure you, they're very real and very potent. Imagine a city where everything runs on technology. Traffic lights, power grids, hospitals, banks, all smoothly operating with the help of interconnected systems. Now picture this. A malicious code infiltrates these systems, causing traffic chaos, blackouts, halted medical procedures, frozen financial transactions. A city brought to its knees not by bombs or bullets, but by lines of code. That's the power of cyber weapons. These weapons are not physical entities you can touch or see. They exist in the form of malicious software or malware designed to exploit vulnerabilities in the systems they target. They can be delivered through various means, including email attachments, software downloads, or even through hardware that has been tampered with. The effects of a cyber weapon can be far-reaching. The infamous Stuxnet worm, for instance, was allegedly used to sabotage Iran's nuclear program in the early 2010s. It targeted specific industrial systems, causing centrifuges to spin out of control and effectively delaying Iran's nuclear ambitions. However, it's important to remember that while these weapons can be incredibly damaging, they're not invincible. Cybersecurity measures are constantly evolving to defend against these threats. Firewalls, encryption, regular software updates, and vigilant internet use are just a few of the ways we can protect ourselves. Yet the potential for harm is undeniable. In a world where virtually everything is connected, a cyber weapon can wreak havoc in unimaginable ways. It's a silent, unseen threat lurking in the shadows of our digital world. So the next time your computer acts up, remember, it may not just be a simple glitch. You might just be on the front lines of the next cyber war. At number 2, we have the terrifying chemical and biological weapons. These are the silent killers, the invisible assassins that can strike without warning. Chemical and biological weapons use a wide range of toxic substances, from nerve gas to anthrax, to wreak havoc on their targets. Unlike conventional weapons, they don't need a bullet or a missile to kill. All they need is a light breeze or a drop of water to deliver their deadly payload. Imagine this. A small vial of a deadly virus is released in a crowded city. The virus spreads through the air, infecting people who breathe it in. They go about their day, unaware that they're carrying a deadly disease. Within days, the city is in the grip of a pandemic. The hospitals are overwhelmed, and people are dying by the thousands. And all this from a weapon no larger than a bottle of perfume. These weapons are not just a threat to human life. They can also be used to target animals and plants, causing widespread famine and ecological disaster. A single outbreak of a deadly animal disease could wipe out entire herds of livestock, while a fast-spreading plant virus could decimate crops and leave millions starving. The true horror of chemical and biological weapons is their invisibility. You can't see them, you can't hear them, and you often can't detect them until it's too late. Silent, invisible, and deadly, these weapons can take lives without firing a single shot. And finally, the most powerful covert weapon at number 1, psychological operations, or PSYOP. This isn't your typical weapon. There are no bullets, no bombs, no lasers. Instead, it's a battle fought on the battlefield of the mind, using the potent tools of propaganda and misinformation. In its simplest form, PSYOP works by manipulating perceptions and behaviors. You see, human behavior is largely dictated by our perceptions of reality. If you can control someone's perception, you can control their actions. This is achieved through a steady drip feed of carefully curated misinformation, designed to slowly but surely steer a person's or a group's thoughts and actions in a desired direction. But this isn't a quick-fix solution. No, PSYOP is a long-game strategy, requiring careful planning, patience, and precision. It's like a chess game, where every move is calculated, every piece has a role, and the endgame is always in sight. This strategy can influence the outcome of conflicts without resorting to physical combat. It's about winning hearts and minds, swaying public opinion, and destabilizing enemies from within. It's about making the enemy's truth your truth, their reality your reality. And that's what makes PSYOP so powerful. It's not about physical destruction, but mental manipulation. The most potent weapon isn't one that harms the body, but one that controls the mind. There we have it, 5 covert weapons that might just be more real than we'd like to believe. We've journeyed from the eerie silence of SSSS, through the invisible strikes of DWs, to the digital warfare of cyber weapons. We've explored the hidden dangers of chemical and biological weapons, and the mind games of PSYOP. It's essential to stay aware of these unseen threats. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Stay vigilant, and remember, knowledge is the best defense.